badass story as well to go along with something that they didn't do but heard about, which is fine. Which is fine. We're all just sharing stories that we've heard again. The badass story goes that Chaos Rex's friend was in a party where they were fighting a lich who was in the midst of resurrecting an ancient undead dragon who would become a Draco Lich, which means that if this ritual succeeded, he'd be being backed up by one of these. What's worse than a lich? What's worse than a dragon? What if both? Both. Mm-mm. So the worst thing happens, the party gets through all the undead masses and gets to the ritual, but it is still completed, and the Lich does resurrect the Draco Lich. Everyone thinks, well, that's it. We better start making up our next campaign or our new characters. And Bard being Bard, they're like, hey, DM, could I potentially roll a deception check against the Draco Lich? GM in good favors, like many, goes, you can certainly try, but like it's only going to work if you roll. And what does he roll? Nat 20. But that's fine. Nat 20 doesn't necessarily mean immediate success. You know, the debated of whether or not that should be immediate success, but I'm more into the camp of let's see what the dice have to say. And apparently the dice had a lot to say, because what does the Draco Lich roll in response? But a 1. Whole party, DM included, has their jaw on the floor, and they just decide, like, hey, let's go with the story the dice are trying to tell. And so the Draco Lich kills the Lich for the party and decides to give the party a ride, which kudos to the DM for allowing what they probably had planned for some epic story to just divert course, reroute, and try again later. The bard decides to set the dragon free. Good bard. And with that, then you get that cool moment of the NPC companion you can always call upon when things go sour. Especially then, you then get to always rub it in your party's face. Well done, of course, to then say, hey, this isn't the craziest thing I've tried and pulled off. Good for it. Good for your friend Chaos Rex. Good for them. Bards do be barding.